we have got a brand new trail camera from Browning. It is the Recon Force Elite HP5. So what we're going to do in this video is we're going to do an unboxing. We're going to set the camera up. We're going to put it outside, see if we can get some animals, and then take a look at the footage. It should be good. So let's get started. So this is the camera. First thing I notice about it is that it's got a much darker skin than the other Browning trail cameras. I'll go get one of the other ones and show you what it looks like. This is the Recon Force Advantage, the old camera. And there you can actually see a pretty good representation of both cameras. This, of course, is the new trail camera, the Elite HP5. And this is the Recon Force Advantage, probably several years older now. Anyway, you can notice the dark color as well as these 5 different lights. The infrared lights, they're going to be able to give a little more spread of the lighting during the nighttime photography. All right. Let's go ahead and get into this. We'll put this Recon Force away. And as you look inside, it looks more like the modern day Brownings with a different button set than they've had recently for the older cameras like the Recon Force, which really I have to say was an amazing camera for so many years. Anyway, we'll put some batteries in this and an SD card and go from there. Of course, it's got the standard battery tray. I'm going to use a 32 gigabyte SD card just because it's what I have laying around, no other reason actually. And the Energizer batteries takes 8 AA's, of course. Now that I fumbled through that, I'll go ahead and slide the camera tray back in. All right, so we'll turn the camera on. Go to mode, do camera setup. We'll go ahead and set the date and time. So it's April 13th, 2022. Time is 3:30 p.m. Trail cam video. Skip photo quality. The video length, we'll do it for 20 seconds. Video quality, the Ultra, which is the highest quality. Battery type, lithiums. Trigger speed, I like fast just because the animals we have are actually often moving on the trail, so they're not standing at a feeder or anything like that, but choose what you want to choose there. IR flash power, I'm going to go with blur reduction because I like crisp images. Economy, you can get more battery life, but what will happen is you can get some soft blurry pictures because the shutter speed's a little bit lower. Smart IR, yeah, we'll do that. That just allows us to continue recording if there's an animal in front of the sensor at the time. So we will turn that off. So now that all the settings are done, what we'll do is close the camera and we'll head outside to set it up. All right, we're just going to set the camera here. We do have some animals that will come by in this area right here. We're going to try this out in the daylight hours, and then when it gets dark, we're going to try it out at night and see how nice the pictures look. I think they're going to be great. Now, in the meantime, we'll go back inside and we'll take a look at some of the specs of the camera. And maybe that'll give us an idea of what to expect when we get this footage. All right. So the first thing we take a look at is that the fact that the camera has 24 megapixels for photos. And for me, that's not important. I really don't use these cameras for photos. I use them for videos. When I use these cameras at 60 frames per second, that gives me ample shutter speed to be able to select a frame that I like out of the video. And I can make that into a still photo probably better than trying to use the photo function of the camera. Next, it's got these 5 night illumination technology, radiant lights they call it, which means that the light is going to be spread out more, kind of like in this box here, instead of a single light right on the image there like the Recon Force Advantage trail camera had. This light spreads out a little more evenly. So we're hoping that's going to be a bit of an improvement so the edges of the video don't fall off quite as much into darkness. The adjustable trigger speed is listed as 0.1 to 0.7 of a second, which is really, really fast. Either way you choose it. A lot of times it takes the cameras a little bit of time to get going. So that's really quite high. It's got full HD with audio, which is awesome. 1920 by 1080p video resolution, which as far as I know is some of the best resolution I've seen from trail cameras. I don't care for any of the 4K cameras. It just doesn't look as good as, it's like they're pressing the technology and they're not quite there yet. One day they'll get there, but they're not quite there yet. Okay, it's got 130-foot adjustable flash. For me, that's not that important because most of our trails are fairly close, and I like to get the close-up images of the animals. In the jungle, we don't have any great distance like that we can shoot in. It's mostly trees and plants that will occupy that. For me, that's not that important, but I know for a lot of people, it is important. So that's really a plus for this camera. Again, the multi-shot, up to 8 images, so I can take the still shots from the video. Zero blur technology. Now this is really important, especially when you're shooting video. You don't want to have the animals soft focus and just blurry, because if you want to get that still photo out of your videos, then that's really important. Time-lapse mode, for me, that's not that important. We've talked about the trigger speed. For me, the 2-inch color viewing screen, it's okay, but I usually pull the entire card and check it. On the other side of the box, it's got the heavy-duty steel tree mounting bracket, which is great when you're using the straps. And it's got adjustable IR detection up to 100 feet. Again, I use it much closer in than that. Up to 512 gigabyte support. I don't know if you're in some place with a lot of traffic, that might be important. I can't imagine looking through 512 gigabytes of footage. That's like half the size of my computer. Down here, you'll notice that it's an H.264 video format for 30 or 60 frames per second. That's pretty awesome. It takes full HD clips with sound. That's awesome as well. These cameras do take rechargeable batteries, which I believe is something new for the Browning cameras. Browning cameras for a while have been shooting in the 16:9 widescreen format for their videos, which is great, which means that is what people watch on YouTube. Of course, it comes with a 6-foot camera strap and an all-metal heavy-duty buckle. Those are really great. You can really cinch them down on the trees when it's time to use them. All right, so with that being said, we will take a look at the footage next. Right away, notice how crisp and vibrant the video is. Also, listen to the sounds. These are the actual stats for this video clip. Pause it here if you need more time. So we're finished taking our samples. Let me know down in the comments how you thought the camera did. It looks to me like it's an upgrade from the previous model, the HP4 of the Elite cameras from Browning. One of the things we're not going to be able to figure out right now is how fast the batteries are going to actually last in this camera. That's something that's going to take a little more time. And again, I just got the camera yesterday at about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So anyway, if you could, give us a thumbs up, and we will see you on the next video. There's going to be a little bit of extra here at the end of really what happened in an earlier part of this video. So make sure you check that out.